Moino presents 2024 budget to Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. Federal Inland Revenue Service sensitizes citizens on tax payment. Plus, Otorhinolaryngological Society of Nigeria offers free medical services in Ini local government area. Hello, good morning. It's nice to have you join us on the news. I am Evelyn Badu April. This broadcast is reaching live on Star Times channel 103 and our social media platforms on YouTube and Facebook. You can log on to watch us or like our pages. And now to the details. Akwa Ibom State Governor Moino has presented the 2024 budget estimate of 845.63 billion naira for financial year to the State House of Assembly. The budget is christened Arise Budget for Growth and Expansion. It's made of 352.917 billion naira for recurrent expenditure and 492.750 billion naira for capital expenditure. Nsikawokun reports.
The state governor Moino says the budget is predicated on 5 critical pillars of development captured in the Arise agenda, which include agricultural revolution, rural development, infrastructural maintenance, security management, and educational advancement.
Government has proposed a total budgetary outlay of 845 billion 622 million naira for the 2024 fiscal year, as against the approved revised provision of 850 billion of 2023, representing a decrease of 0.5% from the 2023 revised budget. This is made up of recurrent expenditure of 352 billion and capital expenditure of 492 billion.
The Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udemotong, while commending the state governor for a cordial working relationship with the legislature, called on the ministries, departments, and agencies of government to cooperate with the Assembly to fast-track speedy passage of the bill.
I assure you, sir, in other words, that this House, through effective oversight, will ensure that the year 2024 budget delivers on its promise to stimulate the economy of the state by focusing on infrastructural development, delivering inclusive growth, and prioritizing the welfare of our people.
The appropriation bill was referred to House Committee on Rules, Business and Ethics for rescheduling. In Uyo, Nsika Okon, NTA News.
In another development, Governor Moino charges the newly appointees to be humble, diligent in service, and relate well with members of their localities. Governor Moino was speaking during a meeting with appointees of his administration held at the Government House, Uyo. Again, Kelvin Samuel reports.
This meeting at the instance of the governor is to properly brief appointees on their roles in making sure the Arise agenda of his administration succeeds. In his speech, Governor Eno charges them to be good ambassadors who will help to unite the people at all fronts and regularly interpret activities of government to those within their domain. He calls on the commissioners to work with those posted to their various ministries to achieve the desired result, as all hands must be on deck for the development of the state.
And a lot of you will be in various committees, the tourism committee, the health committee, the agri committee. There are committees that will set up. And most importantly, a lot of
the chairman of Uyo Capital City Development Agency and other newly appointed honorary special advisors. In Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Governor Moino has expressed satisfaction over the level of work at the Ibom Christmas Village. The governor made this known during an inspection of the site. Kelvin Samuel reports.
Speaking to Government House correspondent, the governor noted that he is satisfied with what's on ground, assuring that it will be ready for use before the commencement day, 1st December 2023. He expresses optimism that Christmas events in the state will provide an atmosphere to discover and showcase different talents in the state.
I think they are doing a great job. And like I said, I love management by walking around. It's one of the first things you are taught in the business school as an executive. It's called MBWA, management by walking around. I like seeing things. I like stopping over, particularly when no one is expecting me. You can see that today is the birthday of the Honorable Commissioner, and yet he's on site working. Our brother Hensek is giving him the support, and there's nothing that could be as pleasant as this. See all the young people having what to do. So I'm happy. I look forward to a good Christmas for Akwa Ibom.
We're bringing the rest of the world to Akwa Ibom, and we're tagging it in December to remember in Akwa Ibom. And we're having a fusion of the Christmas village and the Christmas carol in one arena, and we've tagged it the Christmas park. The whole idea is to ensure that many more Akwa Ibomites have the opportunities to showcase their talent on the world stage.
The governor made a stop at the Christmas village on his way from the House of Assembly shortly after the presentation of the 2024 budget estimates. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
The Federal Inland Revenue Service, in collaboration with the Akwa Ibom State Inland Revenue, are sensitizing Nigerians in Uyo on the need to contribute to nation building through prompt and appropriate tax payments. Joy Ibani, who joined the sensitization work, reports that stakeholders in the Federal Inland Revenue Service are appealing to members of the public to be tax compliant for effective governance.
In line with the vision to deliver quality service to the people, the Federal Inland Revenue Service in Uyo is engaging all citizens through the enlightenment campaigns on the payment of tax while reiterating the place of taxation as pivotal for national development. The Enlightenment Campaign train walked through some major roads in Uyo bearing the theme of the exercise, which is a critical imperative and voluntary compliance and tax revenue growth.
It's our duty as tax administrators to enlighten the tax public, to educate and sensitize the tax public on matters that are surrounding taxation and both contemporary issues and reforms that may be on the way, and then get our taxpayers well informed, well educated on tax matters so that they can be easy for them to comply.
Taxpayers are not there, we don't have a business. And so we have a duty to ensure that every taxpayer has a fair knowledge of what we do, also understands his or her responsibility, duties to government, and also the responsibility of government to those of them, all of us who pay tax.
Feeding questions from journalists, stakeholders advocate for compliance to revenue growth from private and public sector.
Oil is going, so we are not over-relying. We are just thinking that we shouldn't over-rely on oil because the time comes when it's no longer there, and that time is almost here. So what sustains every economy globally, including Nigeria right now, is taxation.
Starting from federal government, and the infrastructures are dotting the entire length and breadth of the nation are from taxpayers' money. If you come down to the states, as basic as education, in the Akwa Ibom State, education is free and compulsory at the basic level. So that's taxpayers' money that work.
The roadwork aimed at educating citizens on the benefits of tax payments on the government and the governed. In Uyo, Joy Ubani, NTA News.
Members of Mpu community Itumbunuzo in a local government area of Akwa Ibom State have benefited from a free medical outreach at the instance of the Otorhinolaryngological Society of Nigeria. Edidion Iba reports that the outreach is part of activities to mark the year's conference of the society.
The Otorhinolaryngological Society of Nigeria is the umbrella body of all ear, nose and throat surgeons in Nigeria. At Mpu Itumbunuzo in a local government area of the state, location of the medical outreach, over 100 persons were attended to. A lecture preceded the medical screening where the beneficiaries were instructed on how to prevent several health issues. Although the outreach was for specialized treatment of ear, nose and throat infections, the surgeons also attended to minor ailments including malaria, typhoid, high blood pressure and others. President of the society, Professor Kufre say, and other surgeons say this is one way the association gives back to society.
Most of them have malaria, upper respiratory tract infections like catarrh, cough, and also nutritional problems. Many of them are used to traditional medicines, taking care of their problems. So that's why we had health talk initially. They were given health talk on what to do, and they were given an opportunity to ask questions. So, and if you know very well that if we don't do what we have been trained to do, others will do what they are not trained to do. And that is why a lot of them are vulnerable to quacks. So anywhere we go to communities, we discover that there are a lot of people who are taking advantage of their ignorance. So specialists who have been trained should pay back to the community, use that knowledge to improve their well-being.
Detecting some that we need to just do simple cleaning of their ears, and then testing of their hearing, and then giving drugs to some simple infections that they have. Those of them that have major issues, we are referring them back to the teaching hospital in Uyo, especially those that will require surgical interventions.
The obviously elated members of the community, including the clan head, applause the doctors for the gesture. They are, however, appealing to the state government to construct a medical facility in the community, as they usually travel for miles to access medical care.
I also thank you people by enduring the condition of Nigeria today, when I want something of fuel scarcity, then to come and give us this help. May God Almighty bless you people.
The pre-conference outreach at Nkwu Itumbunuzo in the local government area is part of pre-conference activities of the 30th Scientific Conference and 31st Annual General Meeting of the Otorhinolaryngological Society of Nigeria. Edidi Ongiba, NTA News.
And to end the news, a recap of the major highlights. Governor Moino has 24 budget to Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. Federal Inland Revenue Service has sensitized citizens on tax payment. You also heard in the news that Otorhinolaryngological Society of Nigeria has offered free medical services in any local government area. And that's the news. Many thanks for being a part of it. A reminder to be a star, join NTA's campaign against rape and rapists. Many thanks for watching. Agnes Okure is standing by for the news translation in Ibibio. Thank you.
Akamukara state nyine tu moino aroko ufong be state nyine ibara ko sisene kengwet agiswa 2024 yegini ufoko to Inland Revenue Service esen bono woku ngwana kotuko ukbeng tax ngai koto Otorhinolaryngological Society of Nigeria eno sabam fon kikbe ukari kangine mesero ba iko si ne ke mbongfan se mbongfan korop meruna mu for to mfen nice resi tatango yoke ngbo ko to Start Times Facebook koro YouTube akamu kara statement etu moino aroko from be statement na ubono baba nganke atuko ibara ko argi waki kan billion naira ki ita kibat kiswa 2024 yegedo eteken weri ba akomi akede a rise budgets for growth and expansion. Jacob, Europe, ito kombo.
Iko adai wuru karake state nyine ketanga anya maboke enam ndutme budget nyemme mbarasa ake kemke ndutme mo iniege edi onkente a rise agenda kikomba kara aketuko ndaga utenwan eri dipe mana tung daga adi de pe kot uforo ke mesri dong mendaga nsio mkpori na muweme ne mbono wo nkoro ndaga ukpeme nkoro ake afang ukpe mwet barato kondo afron di to fong wet ke kwa ibom state ekure bo ntom miki mika ngwen fonomi ngwere mi enyo mana nem ammo adika kentaga do ke awidi kpege akoko fong wet anya maswa nam ya idi ngo ke ukarimo aya nam ya wem anem afrefro wo kisibanga ke state mi kiko ata tanga ko ku fong be state nyiru de ma to ke tanga anya ma ko makamukara state nyir kenda andu popo nyenye yemme abombe ku fong be state nyir anyu tanke imimo iya ikribo ki minam meutum ari nam esop ebenendu tumenye di ngo kente appropriation bill mi enam afrowo esobe di ngo eno nyemme nyema ngo so sinu yokod mention sie ikpego ufotum ukara enyere yang manye ndu kopo yemme abomben bato kondo edpendaga ndutum bill nyemmi enam yado ke esop eno nyemme eme yang ndutum bilemi eno ebugo committee ku fong be state nyin ese mkpo banga ndara ndubege nkoro mmemkpo mfen mbare kese mkpo banga edi ibani ni mosen edi tange ko ibanga uyo zika okono kombo NTA
Ufogutom Federal Inland Revenue Service ekoto FIRS kibibio ediana yenko ufogutom mo adake kwa ibom state emi enamarunam adino mbono wo ifyo ketuko ukpeng tax akombok ake wana keke arunami tangami atangabo ke mbono wo sini ngubok kese tangami ema isnu yeko mbono webo yakese wana kpeng tax ammo kedam aya neke anwam nutum ukara yaiko bo yambo ito kombo ko ufawdi kanbo kiminam ti utum situk mbono wo ufogutom Federal Inland Revenue Service mekuyo anamarunam adiben wat mbono wo ufonse ukbeng tax ada no koro ufon mbono wo nko akbenara te se ukbeng tax ammo mai na misang usan mbono wo mike unwana kenda ammo ke enanga kisangirok mefak kisong uyo mbono wo sini ngubok ke afangadam kenda ammo ke boro kembume eto kombok mai tangebo ke tax arom po anwa meteti ken korirong edian debo yak mbono wo ese enam sini fak ke fangadam miku yo aknesu mbono wo ke idong ekotompu ke itumbono so ken koku karini edia ufon mbono wo ekoto Otorino Laryngological Society of Nigeria eno mo ke otuko isong idem kese nkami anamami aroke ketume arunam se nkami ekamakubok ke abaka ke arunam nkami ke iswa akera mi yaiko yombo to kombo nkai koto Otorino Laryngological Society of Nigeria are kambanka anegemme anangutum kesitu utong iwo koro usong itong etekero mono we wakekan ikieke kibat kidong ekotum bu ke itumbonuzo kenkok ukara ini ke egeriang ufon usawa mfon ankami age no momi ema yunwe no mbono wo ukbe kenanga ammo egbese ekabide memmo mba akpan mention si udong sisi isambono wo
asiwide ufongi mo ebonto mimi yo binya atong utong wa ibata awen ada na ngaso se baale ne tongo baseke botonye ayu fono nye na makide mefom
anziro dai wot ke nkami Professor Kufre ise kikomo korombon karum fentro ama tanga bo ke ramaron ku kwenusong ammo ekanna ekama esinwam enombono wo mbono we ke dia ufonu sobomi koro ekamba bo ngirngomi ema wori dareset enyung itoro meno sobo ami enyung esinu yekuru kara state bo mbok ya edisinwam edaga ufo ibori nomimo si adogo mkpo gbeta pentro yemu fo ibok mimo isi kaka ya meyanu song ndio nikibo usobo
help treatment we receive there aya manana mi mani do wem ikpono abasi you when he run up the government of this Nigeria so I mean mgbebe ntị mbọ ya federal government or government akwa Ibom state any government esere mkpọba health ya mori a great a good center here
Mikuyo. Ntaka ntembwatera roga ansem tutoke mbuge yorgi mani. Aroku daku bonga keben du semful. Kaisoba ya abo yoke Star Times YouTube kora Facebook.